Imagine a child, full of life and promise, locked away in the shadows, her cries unheard, her pain unseen. This is the story of Jacqueline Torres Garcia, a 12-year-old girl whose life was tragically stolen by the very people who were supposed to love and protect her. Known to her family as Mimi, Jacqueline lived in Farmington, Connecticut. On the surface, she appeared like any other quiet, ordinary child, but behind closed doors, her reality was horrifying. Her mother, Carla Garcia, isolated her under the guise of homeschooling, keeping her away from her father, grandparents, and anyone who might notice the abuse. The signs were hidden in plain sight: canceled school sessions, withdrawn behavior, and an unnatural fear of adults outside her home. Over the months, Jacqueline endured unimaginable suffering. She was starved, beaten, and restrained with zip ties, her body slowly bearing the marks of continuous abuse. Her spirit, once vibrant, was being crushed under layers of fear, neglect, and betrayal. Each day, she lived in a silent battle for survival, hoping for rescue that never came. This case highlights a harsh reality: abuse can happen anywhere, even in seemingly ordinary households. And vigilance from neighbors, teachers, and relatives can make a life-saving difference. Awareness is the first step in protecting vulnerable children. On October 8, 2025, authorities were led to an abandoned property in New Britain, Connecticut. There, in a plastic container, they found Jacqueline's lifeless body, a child discarded like trash. The shock rippled through the community. Her mother, Carla Garcia, her aunt, Jacqueline Garcia, and Carla's boyfriend, Jonathan Nonito, were arrested on charges of murder, child cruelty, and improper disposal of a body. Investigations revealed a chilling pattern: Jacqueline had been denied food, physically restrained, and emotionally tortured. In a cruel attempt to cover up the abuse, her mother even had another child impersonate Jacqueline during a virtual welfare check, deceiving authorities while her daughter suffered. This underscores a critical lesson: adults who are supposed to protect children can sometimes be the source of danger, making reporting suspicious behavior essential. The aftermath of Jacqueline's death left the nation in shock. How could a mother and trusted family members inflict such cruelty on a child? The answers may never be fully known, but the warning signs are clear. Abuse rarely happens overnight. It escalates gradually, often behind closed doors. Recognizing behavioral changes in children such as withdrawal, sudden fear, or unexplained injuries can be a crucial step in preventing tragedy. This case reminds us that proactive attention, asking the right questions, and involving child protection services can literally save lives. Jacqueline's story also highlights the importance of community vigilance. Schools, neighbors, friends, and extended family can all play a vital role. Checking in on homes where children are isolated, being aware of sudden changes in a child's behavior, or noticing signs of malnutrition or fear, can make the difference between life and death. Child advocacy is not just a professional responsibility, it is a societal one. Every one of us has the power to speak up, intervene, and ensure that no child suffers in silence. While Jacqueline's life ended tragically, her story can inspire awareness and change. Parents, guardians, and caregivers must understand that isolation and strict control, disguised as discipline, can have devastating consequences. Children need safe spaces to grow, learn, and express themselves. At the same time, communities must foster vigilance, report suspicious behavior, support child advocacy programs, and never ignore signs of abuse. Even small interventions, a phone call, a conversation, or a welfare check can have profound effects. As we reflect on Jacqueline's story, it becomes clear that prevention starts with knowledge. Knowing the signs of abuse, understanding that restraint and neglect are forms of violence, and educating ourselves on available resources is critical. For instance, helplines, local child protective services, and community organizations exist to intervene and protect children in danger. By sharing stories like Jacqueline's, we not only honor her memory but also equip ourselves to prevent future tragedies. Jacqueline's voice may have been silenced, but through awareness, education, and proactive action, her story can save other children. Remember, every child deserves to be safe, loved, and heard. Silence and inaction are often the greatest dangers. As a society, we have a moral obligation to ensure children are protected. that warning signs are taken seriously, and that intervention happens before tragedy strikes. Her legacy calls for action. Speak up when something feels wrong. Reach out to authorities when you suspect abuse. And educate yourself and others about the realities of child maltreatment. Jacqueline's story is not just a tragedy, it is a wake-up call. A reminder that vigilance, compassion, and awareness can save lives. Let her story inspire change, not just sorrow. Every effort we make to protect children carries the power to prevent another tragedy, turning heartbreak into hope and awareness into action.